matched him. So Oliver McCall and Przemyslaw Saleta. And Saleta will get an outstanding ovation here. The largest Polish population this side of Warsaw is right here in Chicago.
Well, they thought they were going to see Saleta fight Andrew Golota tonight, but Golota got cut in training recently. Oliver McCall stepped in, but nonetheless, Saleta will certainly be the favorite of all of these Polish fans who are here this evening in Chicago.
And you will hear a lot of cheers, Polczek, 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 rooting for their hero. And as we said, this guy is big time in Poland. Always an athlete, played football or soccer.
He's one of those guys who is followed not only for being a good fighter, but for basically his fame, because he has a woman like that as a Playboy model as his girlfriend. He says sometimes, George, he has to pick up the tabloids to read about his personal life to find out what's going on.
So that is the setup for our second fight of the evening. It is in the heavyweight division. Oliver McCall against, I'm not going for that eye chart name. They call him Przemyslaw. That's what I'm going with. Unless you care to give it a try.
No, I'll leave it to Jimmy Lennon to do that. Now we're going to take a look at Oliver McCall, who I can remember many times getting very emotional just on his ring walk into the ring. The night that he knocked out Lennox Lewis in England, he was actually crying on the way to the ring. And as you take a look at him now, you can see he kind of goes off into a trance. This was a guy who threw a lot away, George, because of his drug problems and his problems with the law. A very good fighter. He could really hit hard. I mean, very hard. And here at 40, still trying to recapture.
And you got to be real careful with him, because he is as cagey today as ever. If he decides to throw that right hand, which is something few heavyweights have ever had, straight, quick right hand counter.
Well, he can punch. There's no question about it. Now, how much quickness is left remains to be seen. And in Saleta, he gets a guy who really, boxing is an avocation for him. He sometimes fights and sometimes doesn't fight. Oliver McCall was supposed to be on the undercard of this evening's festivities, and then when Andrew Golota dropped out, McCall stepped in and gets his moment in the sun.
It's just amazing that he's even here. I mean, let's face it. All the drug problems he's had, his emotional breakdown right in the ring the second time he fought Lennox Lewis, his subsequent incarceration. To be here fighting tonight before this kind of a crowd in his hometown at the age of 40, it is amazing.
Well, that's what boxing is all about. Amazing things.
Well, these two guys,
it's not one amazing thing, it's another.
They've both been around the track, as you can see. Saleta's not a kid either, 37 years of age. Saleta's a bigger guy than Oliver McCall at 6'4" and 247, but McCall still with a reach advantage. The whole question is, can McCall get to Saleta, and what kind of beard does Saleta have?
Well, if it's tested, we'll find out, because Oliver McCall, if nothing else, can hit hard. No standing 8 count in this fight. No 3 knockdown rule. Fighter can't be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight.
Oliver McCall is one of those guys. He's a terrible front runner. When things have really been going well, he self-destructs. When he's down is when he really shows up all of a sudden. We'll see if that happens once again at age 40. Here's Jimmy Lennon. Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue our action here at the United Center in Chicago with the big boys of boxing, heavyweights in the ring, and a special attraction brought to you courtesy of Don King Productions in association with the United Center. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. Introducing to you our 3 judges scoring from ringside: Jorge Dominguez, Mike Fitzgerald, and Robert Hecko. And our referee in charge of the bout, our 3rd man in the ring, Gino Rodriguez. All right, fans, here we go with a heavyweight special attraction scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with white trim and hailing from Warsaw, Poland. He weighed in at 247 pounds. His record, 42 wins, 6 losses, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. A former kickboxing world champion and Poland's first professional boxer. Please welcome the former Polish and European heavyweight champion, introducing Przemyslaw Saleta. And his opponent across the ring on my left, he is ready to go, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round attraction, wearing white trunks, fighting out of it, representing his hometown of Chicago, Illinois. He weighed in at 235 pounds with a record of 44 wins, 8 losses. He has 31 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Atomic Bull, introducing Oliver McCall. Once again, our referee in charge, Gino Rodriguez, now to give instructions, 10 rounds of action schedule.
Okay, guys, I want you to obey my command at all times, and protect yourself at all times. Both of these trunks are pretty high, but it's going to be okay there, all right? Here, it's going to be okay, all right? Check them up. Let's go.
Saleta is much bigger than Oliver McCall. McCall, you saw his demeanor before the fight. I tend to think even he can't believe he's here.
One thing about the guys from Poland, you may be able to beat them, but you're not going to scare them.
No.
You're not going to intimidate these fellas. Everyone I've seen, bravery is written all over.
Yeah, this is a big guy. He's a very smart guy, too. His English, speaks very good English. He actually came to the United States in 1991 and trained for a couple of years with Angelo Dundee.
He's a TV commentator in Poland and going to get off to a fast start here. McCall's going right after him.
Saleta didn't go anywhere when McCall hit him the first time.
The thing I wondered about Saleta when we talked to him was he said, boxing is not really my priority.
Good thing, one thing about the two heavyweights, neither one is sweating. They didn't come out all wet. So you can catch a guy when he's cold like that. It doesn't matter who you are.
McCall has been in the gym, but you still have to ask yourself how much will he have over a 10-round route.
But I'll tell you, it's amazing. He weighed 235 tonight. And just think, when he fought Lennox Lewis those 2 times, he weighed 231, 237. Yeah. So he's at the same weight, even with all that stuff that's happened to him in his life, as when he was fighting at the highest level.
No, he actually looks in reasonably good shape.
Yeah, if you take a look at him, like he's ready, in shape. And Saleta supposedly has some hard right hand and left hand punches, like a knuckleball.
It's a good jab. He just snaked out at McCall. Trying to fight him from long range there. He did well with the combination.
And you have the reach. You got to use it. McCall is less on the reach, so use your reach if you select it.
Saleta seems to have slow hands, though.
Well, I'll point this out about Saleta. He is the only man to defeat the European champion right now, Luan Kresnicki, who is going to be fighting Layman Brewster for the WBO championship next month. And Saleta holds a victory over him.
Yeah, in fact, he made him quit in the 8th round.
McCall puts all of his interest in his right hand. He's seen it do damage before. He's thinking he has to be caught coming in. Hard task to reach up for a tall guy to get him. The big guy has to lean forward just a little.
Of course, Lennox Lewis fell victim to that right hand that George mentioned in London when McCall won the heavyweight championship.
You're right, George. That's first and foremost in his mind.
Right hand. The good thing.